Hi beautiful plant people, welcome back. Let's transplant my Pinguiculas to this lovely ceramic pot. If you saw my last video, it was the plant haul or the unboxing of my Pinguiculas that I got from Crystal Star Nursery. And today, let's pot them up in this lovely ceramic pot. It is from Inspiration Studios and they're located downtown Toronto. From Inspiration Studio, so the YWCA Toronto's Inspiration Studio is a low barrier ceramics program for women and gender diverse people who have experienced marginalization. The studio's core mission is to contribute to improvements in women's lives through the making and selling of pottery. For almost 30 years, hundreds of women have walked through the doors of Inspiration Studio to learn how to make pottery in a safe, supportive, and transformational work environment. The studio members have contributed unique ceramic objects to the community, reducing stigma one pot at a time. So I love that. I thought it would be great to support. So this is one of two pieces that I purchased from Inspiration Studios shortly after I got my meal, my delivery of my Pinguiculas. So I have my essentials, spoon, the Rooting and Riches mix from Crystal Star Nursery that I had prepared in advance. I had washed it and it is sitting in the strainer because there's a little bit of sediment and that washes away. So that is there. We have the lovely ceramic pot. And then we have my Pinguiculas. I had prepared the Pinguiculas in advance. I wanted to ensure that each of the substrate, especially the sphagnum moss, was wet so that it would be easier to release the Pinguiculas when I'm doing the transplant. And I'll give you a bit of a closer look of where we are. And as well as my water bottle. So let's get started. There are 6 Pinguiculas here. I had one that had managed to stay alive after I returned from vacation, which is another Pinguicula cyclosecta, and this one's from Plant Hut. So let's pot all these up. I'm trying to figure out the best way to do this. Let's remove the pings from their current substrate first, and then we can figure out a pattern. I need to make sure that I'm not mixing all these up. You can see this one is flowering. It's so lovely. All right, so I will let's repot these and also keep the labels together. With Pinguiculas, they have very fine roots, so I want to be careful when I am removing it from the moss that will try my best not to damage any of the roots. So you can see it is quite wet. Yeah, which is perfect, is what I wanted. So I wanted a wet substrate so that I can remove the moss easily from the delicate roots. I'm going to take my time and try my best not to disturb the roots too much. Right. I'm just going to remove, so they're very fine, delicate roots. I want very fine, delicate roots with there's a couple of dead leaves that I want to remove. And a little bit of moss. There we go. So I will leave that there. So that is the Pinguicula iberiae, Guatemala, that is flowering. And then next up is my Pinguicula erlisiae crossed with Ignata. So I'm gonna kind of use the same tactic, stick a spoon, the end of the spoon down there and remove it. The whole thing from the nursery pot. And you can see here as well. So with the moss being so wet, it makes it much easier to remove. All right, so this is yeah, very delicate and fine. So why you have to be extra careful. So I'm lining them up with the label so I don't get mixed up between what is what. Next up is the Pinguicula cyclosecta. Same thing, I'm just gonna take the bottom, the handle of the spoon, and well, that was easy. This one fell out. I'm gonna remove some of the older ones. This one has, ooh, this one's really quite delicate as well. This one barely has. This one, the roots are really barely there, so I want to be extra careful. So the roots, you can see here, there are barely any roots on this cyclosecta, so I'm going to be extra careful and keep an eye on this one. Keep an eye on it, so hopefully it catches. I'll remove the moss here because I can do something with that. All right, and next up is my Agnata, and this one should be a bit easier. Hopefully it is better rooted. This is a flower that has died back. Ooh, this one has much better roots. With some perlite. Before, I'm gonna remove some of the dead leaves. And, oh yeah, this one's much better. This has a lot more. The roots on the Ignata. Right, and let's do my Hanka, which is flowering. So the Hanka is in the same substrate that I will be using for this pot. So let me see if I can try to reuse any of that. Let me take a look and see how that is. Yeah. So this is the Pinguicula. This is the Henka. You can see the roots are really full. So it has a good root system. Is there. And last one is my Cyclosecta, which I got from Plants Hut. So this is well in a kind of a sandy, rocky mix as well. And I will get a picture of that. This one has very fine roots as well. See if I can remove some of the older dead leaves. Okay, good. All right. Okay, so let's figure out the design. And this is my first time. This is my first time actually transplanting Pinguiculas. I have the ones that I had previously that I just kept them in the pots that they came in. But I thought it would be nice to put them all in one pot. So let's use our lovely ceramic pot. I am using my spoon. So it is best to use reverse osmosis water or distilled water when you are watering your plants, or rainwater. So I use distilled water. I water them from the bottom. And so there is no drainage hole at the bottom of this, so I will have to be mindful when I'm watering. Pinguiculas do like to have a wet substrate, so I'll just have to make sure that I don't let it dry out too much. Let's see. I think this is good for, or should I put it, actually I might do that. I might put the larger one on the end, give it a little bit more substrate. And just be careful that it actually doesn't fall out. Be careful that the substrate doesn't fall out. So let's do that like that. And right, I think that looks okay. Or should I put it in the middle? No. I think I'll leave it. I thought I wanted it, the larger Pinguicula in the middle, but now that I'm looking at it, I might just leave it like that and then put the other 5 in and around it, I guess. Let's do the Iberiae crossed with a Guatemala. And let's do my agnata, Elysee agnata, on the opposite end or in the middle. Let's do this in the middle. Actually, I'm going to move the camera. So that's what we have so far. And so let me put these labels back in so I'm not forgetting. So this is the agnata, and then this is, no, this is the agnata, this is the Pinguicula Iberiae, Guatemala. And then the one in the middle is my Elysee crossed with the agnata, which is here. And my Pinguicula hanka, let's put it here. And my label. Ooh. And I have two cyclosectas, one from Crystal Star and one from, let's put my one cyclosecta there. Right. And let's put the other one here. I'm going to move this one out a little bit more. So this is one cycloselecta, and then this is my older one that I had from before, and I will label it like that. Okay. What do you think? How does that look? I think it will do. I'm not sure if I like the labels in there. I may have to find another way. Oh, actually, this leaf may be covering the light that this one's gonna receive. So let's just move that out of the way. And there we go. That's it. I hope, yeah, I'll be sure to keep you updated as we go along. And I think this works. It looks pretty. It's different. This is my first time repotting the Pinguiculas. Now that I'm looking at it, I think this might need a little bit more substrate. There, make sure all the roots are covered and can get to the pot. Yeah, I'm pleased. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Have a lovely morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you are. Peace.